Welcome to the Coach and Crew Show. I am your host, the coach, Charlie Kraus. Along with me is Luke. He is live on campus in Conway. And earlier this afternoon, the 2022 schedule has been released and it's full. And we're going to get into it knee deep. And man, it's a gauntlet and it's going to be awesome. So, Luke, my first question to you is what's the buzz like either on the practice fields or possibly in the classrooms about what everybody's initial reactions are to the schedule itself?
We love the 7 home game field. So we are loving that we get to travel less and play more at Brooks Stadium. That is one of the huge positives on our schedule. We love having App State back. I understand that App State's happening on a Thursday because of coverage time. That way it can be played on national TV. But we cannot wait to have App State back after how last season ended with them.
Let's jump right into the schedule itself. It starts Labor Day weekend, and they're coming off an Independence Bowl victory over SEC Missouri. Granted, it's Missouri, but it's still SEC. You host Army in the triple option. That's gonna be a tough challenge week one. Do not go in there expecting, hey, Army's only going to throw 3 passes, but all 3 might go for touchdowns. That's the challenge. Luke, how your initial reactions of the Army Coastal offense versus offense type of matchup?
I'm just worried the defense is going to let the clock run. Our offense is not going to get nearly as much time to score. Do I think we're going to lose? No, but I think that's going to be a really, really quietly good game. I think just an average fan, it's going to be a fun game to watch. Nothing more than a fun game to watch.
Well, don't expect Army to punt much. Next weekend, September 12th, you host your state rival. It's a Gardner-Webb. I use the phrase 1AA. A lot of people use FCFs. So hopefully that game will go in Coastal's favor. The week after that, it's a return match. Last season, Coastal went up in Buffalo, got their first ever win in the state of New York and their first ever win against a MAC program. Now Buffalo's coming home.
Well, last season we kind of laid an egg for the first half of the Buffalo game. We really shit the bed or screwed up against a bad Buffalo team and didn't really play as well as we could have. I think this should be a statement game. I think we should absolutely destroy them.
You have 2 Thursday night games. The first Thursday night game comes on September 22nd. That'll be a nationally televised game. You are in Atlanta against conference rival Georgia State.
The 2 games we are hungriest to play are our 2 regular season losses last year, Georgia State and App State. There are 2 Thursday games. Expect Coastal to be hungry for some 2 Thursday games.
October 1st. You host Georgia Southern, who last year they fired their coach mid-season, and now the former USC coach takes over the program. They're going to be going through and reestablishing and trying to create some new culture there. It's still a conference level matchup. Hopefully Coastal will be the favored and running with momentum. The following weekend, it's a return match to Louisiana Monroe. Terry Bowden will be in year 2. I kind of expect more. Luke, your thoughts on either one or both of those games?
Now, I expect more too. And I really do think ULM will quietly be a good team. I said this last time. I think we're going to not necessarily show up, but I think we're going to come out slacking. We didn't. I'm nervous we're going to come out slacking again to ULM. It's a look ahead game. 2 weeks later, we got Marshall, and Marshall's good. Very next week, we got ODU.
All right. Well, Luke, you sort of stole my thunder. Then the schedule starts getting fun because you got some new faces trying to establish their dominance in the Sun Belt Conference, which is now, you can almost argue this is a Power 6 conference. Old Dominion comes to Brooks Stadium October 5th. And hey, at least members of the Coaching Crew Show know this, who might be in contention for starting quarterback at Old Dominion. You know who, Luke, right?
Brendan Clark.
There you go. Watch out, folks. We've seen him in high school. The boys, the kid can play for real. He's a third-year transfer from Notre Dame, and it wouldn't surprise me one bit if he's starting from for Old Dominion Monarchs. Bye week. Then the very next week, of all the games, this is the one I'm most nervous about. Up in the weather, in the elements, in the mountains. But you go to Marshall, new member of the Sun Belt.
Very, very good game. And I think Coastal has all the respect in the world for what Marshall's done in the past few years. And I really do think this is just a battle of who can be better than the other team. Both teams mutually respect each other. Teams like JMU and App State, we can't stand. All we want to do is beat them. But I think we do have a lot of mutual respect for Marshall. And I think it'll just be simply a dogfight to the victory to see who is a better conference team.
Then the game that Luke circled early on, the rivalry match that has been brewing for a couple of years. This is the return of the return match with Appalachian State Thursday, November 3rd. Luke's already gone heavily into that. We'll cover that one heavily later as we get closer. Then we circle the calendars again. Never been played before. From the CUSA, Southern Miss, the Fighting Brett Favre's. They're coming to Conway. Luke's favorite website will come into play on November 19th. Coastal Carolina's final non-conference game. What's his favorite website, you ask? PFF. Two of the highest rated quarterbacks are going to be faced head-to-head in Scott Stadium in Charlottesville, Virginia. Coastal Carolina goes to UVA. Circle your calendars, folks. This one's going to be a high-scoring shootout.
Well, yeah, I think we've heard this before. Coastal almost wanted to make a bid to go ACC. So I think this is our chance to prove ourselves that, yeah, we are good enough to go to the Power 5, even though, in my opinion, there's no difference between Power 5 and Group of 5. But this is our chance to prove to the committee and to the AP Power Rankings that we are as good as we say we are.
Grayson McCall and Brennan Armstrong, this might be the one game where Grayson might not be the bigger name quarterback. Having said that, even then, I think it's 50-50 of who might be the bigger name and who might be coming out with a better reputation. To end the season on Rivalry Week, you go up to former conference, former FCS partners. Welcome to the Sun Belt, James Madison, to end the season.
We miss playing them. And by that, wait, let me fix my statement. We miss beating them. We miss beating down JMU. And guess what? We get to go up to them. We get to prove why they are not good enough to be in the Sun Belt. We got to prove, hey, we're playing you every single year from now going forward because you are in the Sun Belt East with us.
There we go. All right, folks. What is your favorite game that you are most looking forward to? Comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well. Give us some comments of who you are most looking forward to playing us. And we'll see you next time. Sean's up.